Namaste. I'm receiving emails and messages, and there are certain types of questions that are asked in these messages, that is about Kriyas, Pranic movements, listening to certain high pitched noises or buzzing noises, or certain inner sounds. Then they talk about the sensations of chakras, and they ask me, what does this all mean? So I'm making this video today to explain these things. Kriyas happen in our body because when we are in the wakeful state and when we are dealing with the external environment, we take on a lot of stress. We experience a range of emotions. When we are in a relaxed state, in a meditative state, these emotions which are stored in a nervous system, or the stress which is stored in a nervous system, it gets released through kriyas. This happens automatically when our body drops into a very restful state, yet you are awake. For kriyas to happen, a person need not have a Kundalini awakening. Even a normal person who is sitting in a prolonged meditative state can experience kriyas. This is the body's natural mechanism of clearing away stress. Then people ask me about vibrational frequency. When we live our life correctly, or when we are involved in spiritual practices, the body vibrational level gets increased. When our body vibrational frequency starts increasing, we start listening to these high pitched noises and buzzing noises. Apart from that, this vibrational change also affects the biochemical changes in our body. The quality of hormonal production is also slowly changing, though it is not very prominently shown in our reports, but yes, there is a change happening at a very subtle level. The glandular functioning also starts changing at a very subtle level. When this is happening, we start seeing lights when we are sitting in the meditative states. We experience many inner sounds or noises. Some even listen to Omkara. So, what do I do in such a situation? And what if I experience prana moving through my body? The result of increased vibration is that you start experiencing your pranic body now. And hence, you will feel prana moving through your hands, legs, spine, or the other parts. And you can even experience spinning, slight spinning or movements in the various chakra areas. So, what stage am I? These symptoms happen throughout the process. So, you cannot identify at what stage you are going by these 5-6 symptoms. Even before the Kundalini awakening starts, all these symptoms will start. All these symptoms are only pointing to you that you are now increasing your body vibration and you are now experiencing your pranamaya kosha. A normal person does not understand what a pranic sheath is, but now you are able to experience it, and that is a big spiritual leap. Kundalini process can take a lot of time, maybe one lifetime or more than one lifetimes. To really understand how advanced you are, going by these symptoms is not possible, but there are other symptoms which will tell you how advanced you are in the process. That is the flow of prana through pingala and ida. When this happens, that is, you feel them going up like a snake, moving through your back up. That is when you know you have reached somewhere in starting the process. Even here, you have just in the initial stages. Kundalini is still sleeping at this point. It may wake up, it may rise up the spine. So, the process, even when it is moving further, it can stop There is no guarantee that when the process starts, it will complete. The Ida and Pingala might activate, the prana may start rising, but suddenly it may go dormant also. So you cannot progress on the spiritual path when you are worried about where you are and how far you have to walk further. It is better to drop away these ideas and just focus on what you're doing. When you are enjoying what you are doing as part of your spiritual practices and you go on changing yourself, automatically spiritual evolution follows. Now, what do these experiences mean? That is, the prana is moving into my hands or into my legs. So, what does it mean? Do I need to focus on these things? The answer is no. There is no need to focus on all these things because the body mechanism is doing what it has to do. You don't have to sit and observe where prana is moving today in the body. Even if it moves into the leg or it moves into your hand, it makes no difference. It is just doing its job and we should do our job. There's no need to search for meaning in these things. And the experiences you have, do I need to share the experiences which you are undergoing? Do you need to share them with others around you? You can talk about these things in a forum or to people who understand you. Otherwise, the general population does not understand these processes. Rather, they will discourage you or they might think that something is wrong with you. So, it is better not to discuss your experiences with the normal people who are just living a normal life or normal existence. And does this awakening make me anything special? Or do these symptoms, do they set me apart from others? No, they don't. Even when we go through the Kundalini awakening process, we are nothing different or special from others. The feeling of being different or special, it comes out of the lower ego. And Kundalini process is all about transcending the lower ego. When you're transcending the lower ego, the sense of separateness, the individual I, that individual I gets replaced by a higher definition where you see yourself connected with everything around you. So you don't think of yourself as a separate entity or a separate unit cut off from the external world. Now, at a higher level, you see yourself merging into the infinite pool of consciousness, merging into everything around you. So that unique identity which you experienced as a limited being is given up when you are spiritually undergoing an evolution. So, the spiritual transformation does not make you any better than others. It does not make you uh, any special when compared to others. And if somebody thinks that they are special because they are undergoing these kind of experiences which others are not undergoing, then whatever practices you are doing, that energy will now feed your ego and it will not feed your uh, spirit. When you're feeding your ego instead of your spirit, then spiritual progression will stop. So, whatever you do, whatever you think, whatever you take up as new behaviors, should help your spirit to evolve. It should not help your ego to grow bigger. Just understanding that we have a pranic sheath and we are just not a physical being in itself is a big revelation to us. And this new understanding that comes with these symptoms that I've just spoken about, that is enough evidence for you to know that you're on the right path and that you can spiritually progress and you can experience the other sheets, the other layers, and at last you will experience your Jiva.